Hello, welcome to the University of North Texas. Thank you for your interest in the College of Education and our Masters of Science in Early Childhood Education. Why the University of North Texas? Established in 1890 as a teacher's college, the University of North Texas thrives as a Tier 1 public research university with more than 42,000 domestic students and 2,500 international students, and a pathway to any career. Now, time to hear from our expert. Please let me introduce my colleague, Dr. Train Templeton, who is a faculty coordinator, Master of Science in Early Childhood Education.
Thanks, Allison. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the program Emphases of the Master of Science in Early Childhood Education here at UNT. And our program is really centered around one primary idea, and that is reconceptualizing early childhood education. We really want to rethink the way education has been developed and created for young children. And that involves a few things. It involves questioning some common sense things or things that we believe are common sense within our practice. And that includes developmentally appropriate practice. We have to think about what's appropriate according to whom and for whom. We have to rethink what we consider normal development is. So, children who are labeled, in what ways are they labeled and why? Who gets to decide that? And we have to rethink what standard knowledge is. So the information that we receive in school, who defined that? Who got to say that that is the knowledge that we all have to know? Reconceptualizing early childhood education also includes rethinking common sense school practices and language. So the ways that we talk to children, the ways that we talk about children, what we do to and for children, sometimes aren't in their best interests. So we spend time in our program really thinking about what are the practices and ways of talking about early childhood that are actually beneficial for children, and what is actually harmful that we haven't really worked to rethink and redesign. Another idea within our program is that we really work on centering children's identities and thinking about how they have multiple identities and how children live out multiple forms of childhood. And doing this allows us to really reevaluate and improve the conditions of school for all children. School up until this point, and especially early childhood, has really been designed to benefit a single kind of child. And so we want to think about how do we actually honor the diversity of children that we have in our classrooms in our schools. And so ultimately, this is really about us as educators becoming real advocates and facilitators of liberatory and anti-oppressive pedagogies for children. So we spend time in this program really looking at curriculum and redesigning and rewriting curriculum that actually liberates, not just liberates children from minoritized communities, but all children, right? So thinking about how do we create more inclusive spaces that honor and include all children. So I have this image here because it's a good metaphor for our program, I believe. This image comes from a program in Anji, China, that involves thousands of children spending most of their time outside at play with large scale objects that we wouldn't necessarily see here in the US for lots of different reasons. So we're not saying that we want to create a program just like this, but we're using this image to have us think about how we can take more risks in education, especially in early childhood. How do we actually see children as capable, like the children in this image, right? Children here are working again with these large scale objects. There's a barrel on the left-hand side that a little girl is standing on top of. So these things might seem dangerous or unthinkable for us here in the US, but what we want to really think about is how do we expand our ideas of what children are capable of, because they're capable of a lot more than we give them credit for, and therefore how does curriculum and education change as a result of rethinking who we think children are. So our program is accelerated and it's also online, and in that way, you could be taking 1 to 2 courses at a time in our program. The courses are typically regarded as 7-day-a-week classes, although, and the reason for this is because the courses are, instead of 15 weeks long, as in a typical semester, they're actually 8 weeks long. So it's condensed into half a semester. So within a full semester, you're actually taking courses in the first half of the semester and then a new course in the second half of the semester. For that reason, these courses have been condensed, and you might be engaging in coursework across the week. So weekends might be shifted a little bit in terms of, making more time for reading and engaging in graduate coursework. So there are 5 8-week sessions that happen over the course of the year. So these are actually 5 different starting points. So if you were admitted for the fall semester, you could actually start in August, or you could actually start in October. In the spring semester, you could start in January, or you could start in March. And in the summer, the starting point is May. So there are usually 2 courses that occur within each of those time periods. There's a 5-year limit for the program, which means that you could really be taking 1 course a semester for 5 years and still be able to finish the program, because the program is 10 courses in total with a set schedule. And I'll show you the schedule on this next slide. So this is what the program would look like. There are 10 required courses totaling 30 hours. So here you can see a breakdown of the courses. If you need to read the names of the courses, you can just pause this video and take a look at that. So what to expect in each of these courses. So again, the program has courses that are condensed into 8 weeks instead of a full term, instead of a full 15-week semester. There are roughly 10 hours of work per course per week. And so if you are working full-time, typically we would advise that you start with 1 course just to see what it feels like. But some people do actually take 2 courses at a time, even with full-time work. It just means that you're adjusting your schedule and that you're, organizing your life a little differently. Some courses are dripped. Actually, all courses are dripped. That means that every Monday, there's new content that will be released, and the work has to be completed in that week. Some instructors design it so that work needs to be completed within 2 weeks. And within a week or within 2 weeks of the course, you would have something like some kind of initiating activity. So it would be an activity that activates your thinking about the particular topic for the week. You would have readings, podcasts, media links, so text for you to engage and for you to continue, for you to kind of explore the topic of the week or the module further. There may be video lectures and links. There might be discussion posts and or Zoom chats. Although the program is asynchronous, some courses are designed so that you might have options to engage in conversations with peers via Zoom. And then there would be, some weeks there would be an assignment. Within an 8-week course, there might be 4 or 5 assignments, and then discussions and different activities throughout the entire 8 weeks. So I'll hand it back to Allison for applying to the program.
Thank you, Dr. Templeton. All right, ready to apply. Join the Mean Green family of approximately 400,000 in an alumni network and 70% living in the North Dallas area. The application process takes place in 2 steps. First, apply to Toulouse Graduate School at goapplytexas.org. Use the drop-down menu and select your degree choice. Choose Master's of Science degree in Early Childhood Education. There will be a non-refundable $75 application fee. All college or university official transcripts can be submitted to UNT from your previous colleges only. Please have them email it to the gradadmissions@unt.edu. Secondly, apply directly to the College of Education and submit documents to ms-earlychildhooded@unt.edu. Please submit the following documents: a 3 to 4 page double-spaced personal statement describing professional goals and research interests, a current professional resume, 3 letters of recommendation. It's 2 letters of recommendation on letterhead from individuals who can speak to your ability to engage in graduate coursework. Again, materials should be emailed to the program at ms-earlychildhooded@unt.edu. Please reach out to Allison Shaddix at allison.shaddix@unt.edu if you have any questions. College education scholarships offer a great opportunity for extra income for college. Please visit coe.unt.edu/scholarships. Here you will fill out a general application to apply to all scholarships in the college education. For the Masters of Science in Early Childhood Education, please select TEA. Scholarships will be awarded to students majoring within the college education on the basis of their academic success, financial needs, educational and professional goals. A 500-word statement is required to be uploaded at the end of the application. The question is posted on the website. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.